Good morning. Hello. Happy Monday. What's up, y'all? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be here. Look at the sun coming in. Isn't this gorgeous? All right. Well, I'm super excited to bring an oracle to you from Archangel Chamuel. My name is Michelle Christidis. Hello to anyone who's new. Hang out with us. This is called the Daily Download. This is a timeless reading, but when you find it, it is the best time for you. All right. And this reading was actually brought to me by Archangel Chamuel. So, with that being said, I always am transparent. As you know, many of you, if you're new to me, I am a teacher from the get-go. So I always explain how Oracle comes in because it's always so beautiful and magical. So basically, I sat down in a little session with my angels and guides and just was receiving messages. And I asked if I had a message. And the very first message that came through was from Archangel Chamuel. And I asked, do you want to show me something? Do you want to, or do you want me to channel something? And I got to channel something. So I channeled and I double checked because I was like, huh? But I channeled, way to go, Idaho. I was definitely taken immediately to Mr. Potato Head. I know. We're going to be talking about Mr. Potato Head today. And let me tell you, it's brilliant. So I was immediately taken to Mr. Potato Head, and I heard Mrs. Potato Head say, I will pack your angry eyes. So I immediately knew that something was going on with Mr. Potato Head, but I didn't really know which direction we were going. So I was guided to do a little bit of research about Mr. Potato Head, and lo and behold, the message came together. So I'm going to take you through what I was led to, and then we're going to go into the oracle. We do have the crystals coming in. Okay, we've got the crystals coming in, and there's so much magic at hand. It is ridiculousness. Okay, we are actually talking about the number 7 here and working down from the throat chakra down. Okay, because we have a huge, if you happen to find this right now, we have a huge throat chakra, heart chakra activation happening. Okay, so the angels are really coming in to guide you. I was even told that many of you have sore throats and feel like goats. So it's like you're still climbing, even though you're not feeling good, you're really kind of going through it. So let me know if that resonates, okay? So this is the magic on the bottom. We're going to take a look at what's going on to bring balance in those lower chakras, okay? And the angels are actually going to come forward first. Look at this. Another number 7. I pre-shuffled. I have goosebumps. So we got 7 and 7. We're talking about your big energy. We're talking about a huge shift. And we really want to root this in for you. We really want to ground this energy in. And so the angels, or the archangels, excuse me, come forward always to teach you something. So they want to talk to you specifically about this throat chakra, the higher heart, and your heart chakra. So this area from here to here, which, like I said, many of you are congested, coughing up stuff, feeling it. Okay. So just surrender to the process. Allow yourself to be guided. We're going to jump into it in a little bit. But before we do, this oracle is really all about the legacy of your magic. The legacy of your magic. And we're going to be inspired by no other than Mr. Potato Head. So let's go. So back in 1952, George Lerner was an inventor. He was an inventor, and he would make these dolls for his little sister to entertain his little sister. And he would make them fashioning them with fruits and potatoes. And eureka, the idea of Mr. Potato Head was invented. Okay. Now he had this idea, but he couldn't really get anybody to really participate in his idea. And this is coming up with purpose because many of you have your own brilliant ideas, new things of the new earth, and a lot of people are not going to be familiar, including yourself. Hey, girl, definitely have a sore throat. Yes. You mentioned that the other day too for, number 4. Yeah. It's all connected, so you're catching it at the best time. I'm so happy you're here. Good morning. Or actually, isn't it later for you? Good evening. I think you're on the other side. I forget where you are. Let me know. I'd love to start to connect the dots. Okay. So, so we had this idea, and so Mr. Potato Head, did you know this? Actually, first started out as accessories. So, yes, okay, that's what I thought. Afternoon. Well, happy afternoon. I hope you're having a good day. Um, and so what happened is he had this idea, of these accessories. And so they were first put in, watch this, cereal boxes. Okay. So he found somebody that would put the accessories in a little baggie and put them in the cereal boxes. And they became this beautiful, fun thing for kids to play with. Now, we're going to fast forward to when not Play School, but Hasbro was in their early development of their toy company, and they loved this idea. So they picked up this idea, and in 1952, they packaged these accessories for 98 cents. And I have to tell you, was pretty brilliant because Mr. Potato was literally the first ever toy commercial. Like this, I mean, this was kind of fun to learn this, okay? So look at this is all coming in with purpose to kind of allow you to be guided about the legacy of magic and the development and the evolution and the steps that it takes, okay? So this is why this is coming through like this. So Mr. Potato Head literally started that very first toy commercial. So the sales of Mr. Potato Head, and they were just the accessories, they skyrocketed. They sold $4 million, okay, right away. Now, in today's money, that would be equivalent to $39.2 million. So, Eureka, this whole idea of watching kids play with their food is what really turned into this idea for these accessories. Now, at this point in time, yeah, it didn't even come with the potato. You had to bring your own potato, your own tomato, your own cucumber. Okay. So you would literally put the accessories in the vegetable. Okay. So I think that's so amazing. Now, in 1953 came Mrs. Potato Head, and then the children, Brother Spud and Sister Yam. In 1969, the bring your own potato was ditched. They were like, no, we're not going to do that anymore. And they started including the plastic spud. In 1975, they doubled in size because, the whole choking hazard, okay, thing. And then in 1995, Mr. Potato Head was the only licensed toy to be featured in dun, 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 Toy Story. Okay. And this again surged the sales of Mr. Potato Head. And he was about in his 40s at this time. Now, here we are in 2025. We've had 4 Toy Story movies. Mr. Potato Head was featured in all of them except the 4th one. And this is where we start to understand. I have full goosebumps. Okay. So I just really love how this comes through. And I hope that you're enjoying the story. So, here we are in our current day and age, and Mr. Potato Head is going through another change. They are changing it from Mr. Potato Head to just Potato Head. Yep, we gotta be universal. We gotta be PC, okay? So he's been changed to just Mr. Potato Head after 70 years. We're pretty sure that he's going to be able to roll with the punches because look at all the transformations he's already been through. Now, we're going to connect the legacy to his role in Toy Story, okay? The voice of Mr. Potato Head was played by none other but Don Rickles, okay? Famous comedian. And before the filming of Toy Story 4, unfortunately, Don Rickles passed away. But this is what's so beautiful. They could not even think about replacing him. The voice and the attitude and the character of Mr. Potato was like done. There was nobody else that could do it. It was an individualized role. So what they did instead is they went back through the 30 years of voice recordings that he had recorded, different things for games, commercials. I want you to think of everything affiliated with Toy Story. And they included some of his previous recordings and found a way to include them in the fourth film. And this was dedicated. Why am I feeling choked up? Wow. This was dedicated as a tribute. So the fourth movie was actually a tribute to Don Wrinkles because the character of Mr. Potato Head was just like him. He was very sarcastic. He could say a lot of things in truth, but be joking around. He was really a loyal friend. He was really, you know, really loyal to his wife. He was direct, right? So, and even Don Wrinkles channeled Mr. Potato Head into this character and made him irreplaceable. So it was really sweet that they did a tribute of number four. They didn't replace him. And this is when it was like, Eureka, we're talking about legacy. Okay? We're talking about legacy. So, we're talking about legacy. We're talking about using your power and your imagination to really get the movement, to really get your thought process from step A to step B, and to be open to the evolutionary path. Look at what Mr. Potato Head, I mean, who would have thought that we could be inspired by Mr. Potato Head? But he is, in fact, creation. He is the divine spark. So, of course, all creation is oracle. So, I just think that this was so gorgeous, and I thank Archangel Chamuel for bringing this in. Now, there was a famous catchphrase of Don Wrinkles that was also included in Mr. Potato Head and in the movies. And I think it's hilarious. So we're going to mention it. And it was, "What are you looking at, you hockey puck?" Okay, that's the attitude. Mr. Potato Head, he didn't really care about what others thought. He wanted to just be himself. He wanted to be himself, and he was unique. Obviously, he could change his eyes. He could shave in 10 seconds by removing his mustache. He could change his expression in the matters of 30 seconds, not even. Okay, so he had this individuality. He had this uniqueness. Nobody else was like him. All right, so we're going to step into this. The archangels want to talk about authentically coming into balance in these three upper chakras. Again, I want to remind you, we're going to talk about the throat chakra, we're going to talk about the higher heart, and we're going to talk about the heart chakra. The archangels are coming in to teach you something about this. I look forward to the message. And we mentioned a lot of you are like not feeling good. Okay, sore throat, coughing up, congestion. Okay, so this is coming in to kind of guide you. All right. I love the 3:22 p.m. by the way. Let's see. And the crystals are coming in to bring balance coming into your structure. So we're really talking about getting yourself grounded, really understanding your spark, really stepping into your power with confidence. Okay, this is the overall thought process here. Okay, again, when it all comes together, we're talking about the legacy of your magic. And then I heard sparktacular journey. Sparktacular journey. So, this is to allow you to know that you have this divine creative spark. You were brought here because of your legacy, and it looks different to all of us, but it's something that we grow into step by step. Changes come along, right? And we ebb and we flow. We ebb and we flow. So it's like you'll be inspired. Okay, the angels bring you in to really trust your guidance, to trust your intuition. All right, I think we're in the zone. Oh, one final thought. Why Idaho? Okay, way to go, Idaho. Why is the Idaho specifically affiliated with Mr. Potato Head? Well, did you know that Idaho has rich volcanic soil and a mild climate, which it makes it the perfect place to grow a potato? Now, if you know anything about a potato, don't you love this? We're talking about potatoes, okay? But if you know anything about a potato, what makes it a unique vegetable is it grows in the dirt. And so this is very similar to your journey. Your angels and guides brought you here because, in a lot of ways, you've been grown and you've poking through and you are growing into this beautiful legacy. And they want to reveal a little bit more about what that means for you. All right. So I like to use my pendulum to make sure that we've set the tone. Have we set the tone, Archangel Chamuel? Is there anything else that you want me to mention before we get going? All right, so we're in a good spot. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start with the archangels. They really want to talk about how we can surrender to the process, allow ourselves to be guided. You are so surrounded with surrounded by so many angels. This really reminds me, this Palomino horse reminds me of what I call the yellow horse, okay? And we've got this red and yellow energy. We're really talking about those who have been brought here. It's really speaking about this mysticism, okay? And this is this legacy. It's not only stepping into this magic of you, but teaching others to do the same. And there definitely is a correlation, like with your children and with students, and really paying this forward, okay? And so many of you are here, like, fine, I surrender. What's going on? Okay. And if you're not, you've been here. Okay. You're allowing yourself to be guided. You're being taken on a journey. That's the beautiful magic at hand. Okay. Let's go ahead and explore this number 7, which always speaks about the seventh chakra, of course, which is the throat chakra. But more than that, it speaks about our divine magic. Okay. It speaks about, because we have a voice. Not all animals have a voice, but not all animals have the ability to change the inflections and so much access to words. This is where we're really different and special, special animals, because of course we are as well. I mean, we don't like to talk about it that way, but we are. Okay, we're part of the animal kingdom as well. So we're talking about our authenticity, and we're talking about putting authentic words. I mentioned that Idaho potatoes are rich in volcanic, they're rich in that volcanic, what did I say? Volcanic soil. And this is actually truly related to many of you. So, what we mean by that is you've gone through this stage, up until now, really, of authenticity. Don't you love how the light is like coming in and talking about, like, look where it's at? Like, we're really highlighting this area right here. Okay, so I love it. Thank you, Spirit. um, it also gives me a chance to look. I mean, isn't that fun if I added blue? Anyway, I'm not going to do that, but I'm just saying, only if I had blue hair. Okay, so basically, we're really kind of highlighting this area, and this is what we're going to talk about. Okay, this is where we're going to start with. Lady Luck is on your side. This is your time, my friends. It's time to collaborate with the one, to really allow yourself to be guided, to, follow your favorite tarot readers. Shout out Knuckles if you're here, because of course I know that I do oracle for the mystics, for those who are on the ascended master path. I'm very aware of that. So you're all teachers in your own right, okay? And there's so much I'm seeing here. And what I love more than anything is I'm getting a Bo Peep vibe with our little Toy Story. Now, Bo Peep, of course, went through her own journey. And this is really a testament of the legacy, okay? So here we were talking about these toys, and now I'm getting this Bo Peep vibe and this transformation. And actually, the transformation that she goes through from the first movie to the very last movie. From being, if you're not familiar, I am familiar, Toy Story fan here. That's what happens when you have a 10-year-old. But of course, it started with my 29-year-old. This is how long Toy Story has been around, for 30 years. So 30 years ago, Bo Peep was just a nightlight. So, and here I said, just a nightlight. That's so important, to be a light in the world. Okay. So many of you are at the beginning of your journey where you're literally a light, literally just existing is increasing the vibration and frequency of humanity. Okay. You are a light in the darkness. But there's this legacy, there's this transformation that you're going to be going through. And this is what 2033, it's like hanging on the clock. This is about your mission. This is about the alchemy. This is about the shifts that you're going to be going through. Okay. This is about the constant realignment, the constant evolution, kind of renewal, being open, leaving your heart open to constantly allow change. Okay. This is very important in your journey. Okay. 21 on the clock, 2100. 21 right here, and Lady Luck is on your side. Oh my gosh, thank you, angels. They're going to guide you with all kinds of beautiful synchronicities, okay? And there's all types of different things that are going to be coming in, but keep following, keep coming to this channel, because we are dedicated to paying it forward. And why? Because I've been on the same journey. And it's hard and it's confusing. And, it helps me to help you, to be honest. It helps me to help you. And it helps you to help me, right? That's the beautiful thing, is we're meant to assist each other. Okay, so love that. There's going to be a lot to balance, okay? And this is literally interesting, because this is the energy that actually came in today. Today is the 27th, so I love that. And the clock keeps hanging. I just keep seeing it. It was stuck at 2201. So really, a sacred structure of the one is going to allow you to come into balance. I always feel like this clam energy, this renewal, the pearl. It's like you are a huge energy, and you're going to be guided. Doesn't want to leave the bottom. You're going to be guided by the cosmos. You're going to be guided. There's so many different things that come in to guide you. I cannot help but notice the clock. It just keeps hanging. I've never seen it do that before these last couple days. Hanging at 22:44 right now. Okay, it was just hanging at 22:33, and it kind of keeps going up in increments of 5, which I think is very interesting. 22:55. Okay, so it's just really, really letting us know and letting you know that this legacy is for you. You have this magic, and you're meant to come in and help people balance their relationships. Look at Libra energy. I'm a Libra, so I'm very familiar. It's all about balance. It's all about bringing things into balance. It's all about your surroundings and about your expression. And this is really an important part of who you are and who you're meant to be for the collective. I definitely feel the collective. 23:32 on the clock. You are just like I'm getting Michael Jordan. And what I'm getting here is like Michael Jordan, he pushed others to be better. You're also a mirror for so many people. And so this is coming in so that you understand, because it's hard to trigger people. It is very difficult to be somebody who triggers others, because it's not fun to receive the information when someone is triggered. It does feel better when they come back and kind of apologize. And so this is all coming in for you to understand and to build your resilience and to understand who you are. Okay? You are the mirror. So you show a reflection. It's not that you turn people away. I'm really going out of my way, because many of you feel isolated. Sometimes people come in your life and they leave you. Sometimes there's these like misunderstandings. Okay. But these are all the ways that you are a mirror. And it is, of course, other people's choice to see the reflection, right? What's really important for you to know is you see their reflection as well. And so this allows you to get stronger and stronger and stronger in your confidence in who you are, and more so in your resiliency. You're probably noticing that more and more and more you're able to have this unconditional love. Okay. And this is what we're teaching about. And it's like, okay, I trigger others. Now I know this. You know what to expect. You don't have to take it personal. You're not meant to take it personal. Okay? It's like your journey has prepared you for this. Many of you been through it. So you are tough, right? You're tougher than the average Joe. And so this is why these triggers come in. I know I'm kind of spending a lot of time here, but you know why? Because you don't have time. I'm going to say, here we go here. What are you looking at, you hockey puck? You don't have time for these energies to throw you off of all the work that you were meant to do. Okay? So just know that it is part of who you are. It's part of who you are. You are a divine alchemist. Wow. I want you to really look at this. Okay? You are a beacon. I told you, you are a light. You've got this transformation process that you go through. These animals have so much wisdom and they guide you. And we're talking with the archangels specifically about this area. Okay? About this area. And you, my friends, can, you have many faces of God. You have this golden energy about you. Okay? And this is what's a little confusing because it's really a reflection of these lower chakras. This is how I'm seeing these. These four faces of the human, the lion, the ox, and the eagle are a reflection of the balance of your lower chakras. This is what develops in this golden energy. And this is what allows you to be that beacon when others feel the swell, the surge, the excitement and the turns and the high waters that are happening in their sacral chakras. They see you as a guiding light. You are a stabilizer, not only for others, but really for the world, for the Mother Earth as a whole. Okay, so this is just part of who you are. You're a divine alchemist, all right? And you're brought here so that you can continue to be guided. Look at this. So that this does not want to leave, so that you can surrender to the process and allow yourself to be guided. Your archangels want you to connect with them and ask them, okay, how am I a vehicle? How do you want to use me? Not abuse me. How do you want to use me so that I can walk on my mission? How can I be guided, okay, to this divine alchemy, not only for yourself, but also for others, okay? It's time to take a step back, though. Look at there's that 32, and really understand that mirror is what's coming in for me. Okay, 28, 20, 28, 28, hanging on the clock, 10, 10. Really understand the sacred dance. Really look and see here as we're talking about, like we're literally kind of talking about this area right here, the sacred heart. Are you feeling this overwhelming energy on you? Do you feel this need to cleanse a lot? Do you notice it's coming back? If so, I really want you to connect with me. You can go to my site, angelinsight.net, and you may very much benefit from a sacred heart healing. It takes about an hour or so. And what we do is we literally close the portals around your heart chakra, your higher heart chakra, your throat chakra, and your pineal gland. Okay, really, it's your pineal gland. And so it goes up a little higher. So, and it really allows you to look at this, step into your star power. It really allows this good news. It allows you to connect better. Okay. So there's like this sacred dance that you're being led to. And it's like you're manifesting this. You're meant to assist your ancestors. And look at this with this chameleon here, this little lizard here is like, look at these lizards. One, two. Look at this monkey. Okay, these are talking about what your ancestors have been through. Okay, many of you are ancestral workers, and so your legacy is not just for you. Yeah, lots of cleansing. Okay, yeah, if you're feeling that and it's like, daily, and I want you to really do a checkup from the neck up, okay? And really ask yourself, because I've had to ask myself too. This is usually what's led to this like next stage. So remember, Mr. Potato Head started out as accessories, and then they did this, and then they did that. So I really want you to ask yourself why, where this is coming from, because it may really be what I refer to as this serpent energy. Um, really all about, I mean, kind of, it's really all about like Ariel's story with Ursula, really kind of giving your authenticity away in a previous life, previous lifetime. Many of you are ancients. You've gone through this because it's part of your evolution, but it's time for you to emerge from this energy. It's time for you to bypass. Now, it is pretty interesting that, you can check many different sources, but humanity has never really traversed past the seventh dimension, past the seventh chakra. And that is why we're going out of our way to teach you about your sacred dance, taking your steps, really stepping into this golden energy, this legacy, because when you do, we create these new patterns for the new earth, and it heals all ancestors backward and forward. It's quantum healing, okay? And this is so beautiful. And it's like, look at, this is the sacred circle. And when I talk about this is source. This is you. This is your ancestors. Okay. So it's like this combination. You're the one that's here. You're the one that can do the work for spirit. But it's all about, how do we communicate? How do we communicate so that we can kind of get past this shape shifting? Okay. This lizard energy. It's kind of funny because I'm hearing the song Hot Blooded. What's that song? I'm hot blooded. I got a fever of 103. Okay. Come on, baby, you can do more than that. I'm hot blooded, hot blooded. So it's like this transformation because this lizard is cold blooded. So there's really something about bringing this into alchemy, bringing this into balance. These are all just kind of really clues, little whispers about what we're talking about today. Okay, I was guided to do 7 shuffles. This is shuffle. There she is again. Don't worry. Lady Luck is on your side. It's like this shepherd. It's like we talked about that transformation. First, we start as a light, then we develop into this beautiful mystic. We develop into who we were always meant to be, just like Bo Peep and her transformation in the movies. Okay, and this transformation really kind of led to her being an adventurer. All right, and really getting free from that lamp and really going out and learning more about who she was. And it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy, and in fact it was scary. Okay, but she learned a lot about that, and you're doing the same. You're learning a lot about yourself, and you're kind of learning about the importance of renewal and the importance of working with your angels, the importance of writing down what you're being guided. Many of you channel, many of you receive messages. And I'm going to be honest, a lot of them are like fragmented. You're like, what is going on here? Okay. And that's because, in a lot of ways, the energies and what we're going through collectively is really allowing the floodgates to be open, okay? Because there's been a lot of ancestral healing and look what's on bottom. You guys, this is so magical. We're going to read about this because this is literally what we're talking about. And look what's right below him. And I know a lot of you know how I feel about this. Okay. So there's this trickster energy. This is that energy that's really exhausting you and it's constantly like making you question. This Azrael, these delusions, okay? This energy, and really it's not okay. I want to be a little more honest about that. Not honest, transparent. It's not delusional. You are feeling it, but it's sparked by your memory. Like um it's manifested so many times in your journey. It's like it's easy for these energies to attract to you, and it has a nature of who you are. These energies of as real, okay, as real, they feel real, but they are little parts of our memory, little fragments of who we are, little splinters. And so we're being guided into this divine alchemy. It's just so gorgeous. This is like literally so much of what I've been getting. I am getting, and I just had like a little lightning bolt come in, a little insight about Ezekiel, okay? Because Ezekiel, something in the Bible, okay, speaks to this. And I do use the Bible as a tool. I'd like to mention that the Bible for me is all about balance. And actually, there's a lot of codes and a lot of if you look at the Bible as a book, as a handbook of ascension, I think you'll see that it can guide you in a different way. And we want to remember everything must be in balance. So you're going to receive information that's in there for things that are as real, okay? But also you're going to see things that are in there to help you step into the alchemy, okay? Because everything must be in balance. It's universal law. And so it's time for you to really freeze those emotions, okay? I mean, I could just read the bottom. Develop the structure. Make sure you're nourishing your path and really allow spirit to bring in this balance for you. I mean, I could keep going and going and going. Spirit is going out of the way to let you know about it's time to do this alchemy. It's time for this Master Challenge 33, which is really about 369. It's really about your divine spark and this higher heart having unconditional love and having clarity of where you're going. Okay. It's really about those three things. And as we go higher, 3, 6, 9. Okay, hold on. 3, 6, 9, 12. And that's what's being highlighted here because this is about your soul star. I do feel that many of you are ascended Lemurians. You've taught really beautiful ancient knowledge on different timelines. You're an ancient soul, and that's why you can step into this illumination. Let's read about this card. It is so gorgeous. One of the heads of the mighty cherubim angels, Kirabel, is a powerful archangel. Unlike the classic pictures of the chubby flying babies, okay, cherubs actually have four faces: that of a lion, that of an eagle, an ox, and that of a human, which point to the four directions of a compass. The name cherubim means wisdom, and Carabel's name specifically means the flames which dance around the throne of God. Wow. When I first experienced meeting with this force of an angel, I felt and saw huge golden talons like those of an eagle coming down above me. I physically felt the sheer weight of this being as it perched on my shoulders. His eyes flashed with golden fire, and his wings blazed with lightning that came in multiple surges of electrical heat. And I'm telling you, I'm feeling it. Like, I am feeling it. Wow. Whew. Golden fire surged and spewed in sparks from his human mouth when he spoke. The request was far from light and fluffy, and although still loving, it left me trembling. This is a message from the author. However, although he may look and sound rather ominous, this angel really does have our best interests at heart. Like a cosmic lighthouse, he calls forth peace and light and sends it in all directions. He uses his flame to ignite the highest heights of wisdom and knowledge within us, and he is here to help everyone on this planet ascend and awaken. Here's a message: do not delay. The time has come to share of your light. Be unafraid to speak your truth, for there are many who will benefit from your message. Wow. Okay, and I'm being called to go here. You are the center of the universe. Your world revolves around you. Have you ever stopped to consider the power that you have? From your perspective, everything, all life, all existence pivots around you. When you realize that you're in charge of a way to choose to perceive your existence, when you realize you are in charge of the way you choose to perceive our existence, you come into the wisdom of knowing you have the power to direct the course of humanity and our future. What kind of world do you want to see? What are you creating through your intention and your perception? Choose now. Hold the vision of the world filled with love, peace, and understanding. Embrace your light and know your worth. Kurabel, and I'm sure I'm saying it wrong, comes to those who are ready to step beyond the confines of the human mind and reach into the upper echelons of the eternal soul self. Though it may not always be as gentle or simple of a process as we expect it to be, trust that you are pivotal to humanity and exactly where you need to be. Now, I literally have goosebumps from here out. Thank you to the archangels. Thank you to our angels and guides for really going out of your way. This is everything we were talking about. The legacy that's in front of you, the evolution, the evolutionary path, the changing of perception, okay? And a lot of us are really healing this lion, getting our focus off this wound. I like to talk about the wound, okay? The wound that we carry. And it's like when we remove that wound and we remove the fact that we're just a workforce, when we see things from a higher perspective and we use our voice, we turn into the divine alchemist. And this is right on path to what you set before you came here. And when you are right on path to those type of energies, my friends, miracles literally occur. Literally. Okay? So let's go ahead and see, what is the advice? What are we talking about? Okay, we're going to start here and we're going to work our way down. So when it comes to our throat chakra, when it comes to our authentic expression, we've got Melchizedek here. We've got number 40. We're talking about allowing ourselves to be guided into this sacred structure. Okay, I just keep seeing it. Your angels and guides oh my gosh, they're aligning. They're taking the steps. They're so proud of you. They want to show you that everything is at the helm. This is actually Melchizedek. He is kind of like, look at, I just turned it. Okay. This is all about ascension. You are on this first wave of ascension into the new earth. And this is because you are meant to guide others. Okay. You're meant to guide others. I said others. How funny. Oh my gosh. I don't know why that came out, but it did. And look at, we've got this golden pedestal. And it's like, this is your work, the divine alchemy, and it's like spirit and the cosmos. Everyone is watching you take the steps. They're guiding you. They know that it's like an interlink, okay? It's an interlink of those who are awakening kind of in this first and second wave of really setting the tone of what ascension is, the purpose of it, and what it means, okay, and the divine alchemy that happens. So here's a message. Beloved, this message comes with the confirmation that you have now been initiated into the order of Melchizedek, an etheric lineage of ancient souls who are returning to earth to assist with ascension. I am with you always. Okay? So, this is why we're focused right here on this throat chakra. You have I have the power, like this He Man. You have so much more power than you know in this throat chakra. Okay. You are meant to. You are meant to speak your truth. You are meant to share your mission. You are meant to step in front of others and share your convictions and not hold back. Okay. Remember, it's going to trigger people. Remember, it's going to do that. But it's like, I'm coming back to that Michael Jordan. It's like, how can you hold back your own brilliance for the betterment of others? How about you step into it? How about you practice and really take it to heart, and at the same point in time allow others to be inspired by your dedication to your craft. This is what's really coming through here. Okay. This is what's really coming through here. So, what does this mean as we step into this higher heart? So we have to have this unconditional love for ourselves. Okay. We want to collaborate and integrate the energies. We've got this golden energy. We've talked about this golden energy. And then we've got this purple energy. Now, of course, Archangel Zachiel is the violet flame. So the violet flame can assist you. So I'm constantly talking about the violet flame prayer. I did it just before I came on here, okay? Because it allows you to kind of create this barrier in your energetic field. Many of you have been around so long, your soul is so dedicated, y'all. Okay? That's the thing. Your soul is so dedicated. It's like your mind and your body and your hands and everything about you needs to catch up to see like how you're being used in this divine alchemy process. So Archangel Zachiel is here to really allow you to have rest. Okay? That's what I'm seeing here. Look at this influx of this golden and this purple energy now. Okay. So it's like we have this divine alchemy. And after we take this step, we have the ability to use the violet flame to create this barrier. So allow us to rest, allow us to recover, allow us to renew. Okay. And so I'm going to share that on the community board again. And I encourage you to use it. And there are steps with it. We're not going to go into that today. I did do an oracle. I'll drop it in the details for this stuff. I'm going to make a note. I should just include it on everything because I use it all the time. So I'm going to include the violet flame prayer. Now, this violet flame prayer in itself was a collaboration of 3 different energies coming together. Okay. And so you're going to be in collaboration with others as well. Okay, these are big energies coming in. So Archangel Zachiel is really talking about this collaborating and integrating the energy so that you can have the abundance that's truly for you, so that you can bypass into something else. Yeah, freedom. Bypass into what? Freedom, transmutation. Free yourself from the limitations. Imprisonment is an illusion. For no one can imprison your heart or your mind. Choose to feel free and allow any perceived blocks to dissolve. What were we talking about? Okay? Really allowing. It's like your soul knows, but now it's time to awaken and to see, to allow our mind, because it's like once your mind wraps around something, don't you notice? It's like, and so it is. And so it is. So this is all about gathering your ingredients, really experimenting with your energy, really following these insights. And this is what happened. This is literally what happened to me. It's like I started with Reiki, and then I was remember being in a session because of COVID, they were all, distant. And literally remembering being in a session, and I was like, man, I wish I could bring that amethyst over here, and because I forgot it on the table, and I was using crystals already. So I mean, I was just guided. I didn't even know, but it's just like was this unfolding, and just with that intention, man, I really wish I could bring that over. Somehow, I discovered I was able to bring it over, and I was like, well, what? And then I was like, I wonder if I can send it. And then I was like, I wonder if I can, and it's what led to these attunements. I mean, it's really hard for me to explain, but it's been a journey. It's been a journey of years. Okay. And so humanity really needs you. And most likely it's going to take a lot of learning. And so the archangels are coming here to tell you it's time to learn about your lineage, about your royal lineage, about your divine alchemy, and about what your soul knows that others don't know. Like newer souls, they're not aware of all that's gone down. Okay. You have ancient knowledge within you. And I really look at it as there are energies that really kind of want to keep you from diving into that, because what happens when you strike into that Michael Jordan is you affect things. I mean, I think about that movie Space Jam. I keep coming back to it, but it's like he was the best in the world and he helped win a basketball game for humanity, and it's really very much the same. Okay, those are all coming up as oracle for you, all coming up for you to understand. Okay, so this is now coming into this heart chakra. Now we're here. It's really time for you to understand who you are, that you are this golden egg, that you have the ability to crack open. And how do we crack open? Well, most likely we crack open by allowing ourselves to be broken. Okay, by admitting, okay, I'm not perfect, but it's the tragedies and the trauma that's allowed the light to come in and to go deep. And man, has it been something of a journey to work through. And when you start having those full circle moments, oh, I gotta tell you, right? This is all about your mission, my friends. Many of you just have, it's like, look at your feminine energy is right where she needs to be. Well, actually, you are right where you need to be. Okay. But we are collectively going through this graceful surrender. Okay. At the beginning, we saw the guy on the horse, and it was like, okay, fine, I surrender. This is different. This is understanding a full circle moment that says, oh, so this has happened so that I can step into this. It fuels your passion, allows you to hold that divine flame, which is needed for the alchemy. And it's like you have so many people watching you. You have no idea how many people have noticed. Okay. And this is the peacocks. Like, don't you notice the peacocks when they spread their feathers, when they shake their feathers? And this is the masculine, because the masculine have the bright colors, and they fan the feathers to get the attention of the feminine. But at the same point in time, they also lose their feathers. Every year they lose something. And this is what this divine alchemy is all about. Remembering and keeping perspective. This is Archangel Zachariel. And he is saying to you, the material aspect of life is only temporary. Gently release any attachments to me. When you surrender, you open to receive that which is truly yours. This too shall pass. And I know, you guys, I am feeling it myself. I'm like, are we going to be able to pay rent? We've been having so many problems over here, okay? And it's like, we just keep going. And that's what I was saying. It's like, remember, I heard sore throats and goats. It's like you are sick, you are exhausted, you're feeling it, but it's like you just keep on ticking. You got this like energizer bunny. You've got this force. You've got this divine knowing that is just pushing you. And when I heard that, I'm being reminded, when I heard that, I also went to, I know this is how spirit speaks to me. The Price is Right. Have you watched The Price is Right? And they have that one game with the mountain climber, and it's like diddly 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 doo. And yeah, it's like, this little like music, and it's going up and up and up and up and up. But we want to make sure we're not falling over. So this is really about imbalance, really about it's time to understand what this alchemy means. It's time for us to understand that there is alchemy. It's time to understand that there's parts of you that are no longer in those shadows. There's a rebirth for many of you in many different aspects. And this is why Zachiel is coming coming forefront for you. So really take a look at these energies. Spirit is coming in to create this structure for you so that you can share your voice. Okay? This is all about you collaborating and integrating energies. Okay? Integrating energy so that you can do what? Claim the abundance that's for you. It's time for you to have a new experience. And this is all about you stepping into your mission. And yeah, it hasn't been easy. But you stepping into who you are and the wisdom that you collect and the flame that you have is something that no one can take from you. And this is that part of the legacy that I was sharing with you, the legacy of your magic, the legacy of who you are. Everything that has happened to you up until this point and continuing beyond has happened with purpose. And when we let go of the victim and we see because let me tell you, many freaking years pissed off, mind you. Why is everything happening to me? Why? And I clearly remember about 5 years ago now, just or 4 or 5 years ago, just like throwing my arms up and being like, fine, you fine. What am I supposed to do? Because I kept thinking of these solutions. I kept shape shifting and it wasn't working. And you know why? Because I wasn't allowing myself to be guided. I wasn't seeing how to be led into seeing these different perspectives and really understanding the structure of that. And I have grown so much and I am so grateful. I really, really am. So let's take a look at the energies because this is like, the base. What I'm seeing here is I have these three cards next to each other. The structure that's coming in from spirit, leading you to this abundance, putting you on your mission. It's time for you to crack open and really step forward. And for many of you, it's still an evolutionary process. So remember the story of Mr. Potato Head, okay? But we're going to step into the energies of those lower four chakras because it's time to bring balance into your structure. Indeed, you've got to see the bigger picture. Yes, you have to. You've got to see instead of just, sometimes when we just, what is that phrase? It's hard to see the forest when you're in the trees. And so that's what this eagle is really talking about here. How can we get off? First of all, this is what I see here from this particular imagery. What I'm getting is how can you use your voice? How can you, and look at how the human head here is kind of above the other three. And it's not that it's better, it's about the evolution, it's about the legacy, it's the ability to speak on behalf of the wisdom of the animals here. The lion, about getting the focus off the wound, removing the victimhood, and seeing it as instead the wound has created you to have this fortitude, this confidence, this ability to walk through the shadows. Okay, it's giving you this work ethic. the ox, this work ethic, this ability to trailblaze, this ability to see beyond, to stretch, to really push yourself. Okay. And that's because of your journey. And then the eagle here, to really see the bigger perspective. You are so close to source, my friends. And this is why many of you feel blocked, but this is why you're being led here so that you can understand, because you're not blocked. If you received a notification, if you received an insight, anything that led you here, that is your angels and guides talking to you. They want to really expand this communication with you. And it really makes a difference when those four lower chakras are in balance. Okay, so we're really going to take and look at those right now. All right. So I just love it because look at, I pre-shuffled and I didn't look. And I mean, these are my notes for you. And look at, it says crystals 3 and 4. Okay, so that's just like the magic. And it's like, how can you allow the magic to guide you? How can you allow things to unfold? How can you realize that you've been planted and it's time to poke through and allow the growth? Okay. And there's really, for a lot of you, it's not that you have all these special things that need to be done, although many of you are going to be guided to work with your angels. Okay. But it's just magic. Just like this. I just want to show you. Like my husband gave me this coffee right before I went on. It's just little things. The little things make a difference. And it's like out of all the cups that we have, you chose this one. Now, most likely, it just came out of the dishwasher. But at the same point in time, everything speaks to you. And when you understand that everything that communicates has the ability to speak to you, you start to understand how you are a link of that communication and how you can pay that forward. This is the magic, okay, that's unfolding for you. All right. Now, what I love about this is Azurite is part of my Camberan. This is a new structure that I've created about the divine masculine. Okay. So, this is talking about balancing your structure, literally. All right. And so, as we balance our structure, it's not enough to receive. We've got to step into action. Okay. We've got to step into action. Now, many of you who are feeling really sick, you have no choice but to maybe take some Mucinex, make some hot tea with honey. Do you see how you're following and you're being pushed into self-care? This is why that mountain climber from The Price is Right is coming forward to let you know it's okay. It's okay to push yourself. You're meant to be aggressive, but let's not fall over and have to kind of start again at the beginning, because it's not necessarily just about the climb, okay? It's about the journey, it's about the steps, and there's no rush. There's no rush. Okay, so we're going to do 3 shuffles. I mean, 34 and 43. The Seraphonite, the Seraphim. We're talking about those who are close to God. We literally said that you are the ones who dance closest to the throne of God. Are you starting to understand who you are? And it's more than just stepping into you. It's the structure of balance. It's actually a collaboration between others, because it's this coming together of these different energies. You're going to align with these other energies, trust me. And it's these other energies. Wow. KK, wow. Look at those mirrored numbers. I see mirrored numbers everywhere. Yeah, and it's letting you know and understand what we talked about, that not only are you a trigger for others, okay? And this is not so good. I want to talk about it again because, I want to be more transparent about about some of this because I think it has value. Like, for instance, my husband is so sick right now. He's being so activated. I mean, really. Um, but what's amazing is that he's really triggered and he's kind of lost his patience on me and he apologized. But this is the part of understanding. I could have continued the fight, but because of my intense journey and because I stepped forward in Oracle, like I learned so much being here. Being the teacher, I learned the most. You know what I'm trying to say? And I've learned about these mirrored images. I've learned that as people in your life are ascending, that these energies, they literally have to come up so that they can be removed. So don't allow yourself to get lost in the emotions of that. This is why spirit is going. I've got deep chills on my back because these are energies that come in, and these are the energies that some of us just take. We take it and we're like, and in our soul, our soul knows that this is our divine job, but our mind is like martyr, victim. Okay, our mind is like, well, I guess I'll just have to figure it out, lace up the bootstraps. Okay, and I understand that it is exhausting, it is difficult, but that's why you're being led here to learn about how to transmute. This is why the archangels are coming forward, my friends. They want to teach you that you don't have to suffer, that there are ways, there are structures that you're meant to align to, like maybe the rosary class that I'm teaching, the Camberan class. Maybe it's just a couple necklaces. Okay, I'm getting more and more guidance to break the structures up. Okay. And it's like maybe that can help preserve your energy so that you can step forward on your path to develop what you're meant to do, which is going to come back and help me. I already know it. And that's how this works. That's this tapestry. This is the beauty of the 777 big energies. Okay. You have big energies. And we don't want to play it small. We want to traverse and bring these energies to this planet. The Seraphonite really speaks of the Seraphim, and Seraphonite actually pairs with Lotus, okay, which is all about going from the muck and rising above and looking how you affect all the different facets, the four directions, cosmic healers. It's like you, oh my gosh, it's just like you are so much more important to this tapestry than you know. Okay. So these mirrored numbers are guiding you. What are you thinking in that moment? What are the insights that you're having? What are you experiencing? And more than anything, how can you come here and not here? How can you come here and not only that, how can you lift your masculine energy here into the higher heart and have unconditional love and say, okay, my loved one is really pissed off right now, but you know what? I'm going to take my power back. I send them love and light for their highest good. I send them healing frequency for their highest good, but I'm going to pull my energy back to me, and I'm not going to take this and hold this because that creates these distractions. Okay? If you learn only that today, my friends, I promise you it will be a game changer. Okay? It'll be a game changer. And you're meant to come into connection, with these beautiful souls on your journey who ignite this flame. Archangel Zachiel is actually a combination of three energies, to be honest. Okay, all the archangel energies are. All the ascended masters are energies, are collaboration. Their energies are so big, even big for just one human to hold on to. So you're going to come into collaboration with others. You're meant to. You're meant to. Okay? Hematite, it pairs with elephant head, which is a beautiful flower that's found in the Yellowstone National Park. And this is all about that higher heart. It's a beautiful pink flower. It literally looks like elephant heads. And so, as hematite is affiliated with dirt, okay, this rich brownness, it's also affiliated with the memory of the iron, okay, the memory of the sword, the memory of the fight, what we have been through, okay? And this is really a testament of what we're going through, and your angels are telling you, okay, it's like you've been through it. We know it's time to go in now. Allow your angels to guide you to this juicy center to really see how to bring all these different elements together. These energies are trying to block you. So it's like, how can we bypass in? How can we bypass and lay down the sword? It's not about the fight. How can we surrender? How can we receive the wisdom? How can we pay it forward? This is the magic, my friends. The magic. Look at that. 777. That is the very first thing. You are big energies. And in fact, it's reminding me of my 777 oracle. And I feel like you guys have messages there. So I'm going to go ahead and add this to this oracle. It's a beautiful oracle, like literally like a like rolling a slot machine. And you can use your pendulum. And I'm going to use my noun, Archangel Chamuel. Are we going to add the 777 to this? Yeah, I'm getting yes. Okay, because there's guidance there. Okay, and so you're gonna go through that, and it's a very long oracle, but at the same point in time, you got to find your combination. So you can use your pendulum, you can ask your angels and guides, and you'll create a like, it's kind of like using a lock. And it's like you're going to be given a key, you're going to be given more knowledge about your journey. So I will include that as well. Okay, because these sevens are coming in to let you know that you're a big energy, that you have the ability to go big and not play it small. 11, 11, 11 on the clock. It's time to be one with the shift. It's time to go beyond your vision. This is Charoite, okay? In Charoite, you gotta have your third eye open to receive this attunement from me, okay? Which it is an attunement in the Cambran, in the rosary structure for the divine feminine. I'm actually forgetting what it pairs with right now. But what it does is you got to have your third eye open. It's letting you know about these steps, and look at these hearts. These are your angels. They're literally touching your structure, bringing in this fast moving energy to allow you to expand, to allow you to bloom. And look at this. I'm seeing these little bats on the outside. It's like you're receiving the messages. Many of you are doing a lot of things at night. Many of you are experiencing a lot of things at night. And this is allowing you to be one with the shift. Some of you may be seeing like these sparks. Let me know if you are, because I know they can be a little scary. Many of you are seeing these sparks at night. This is this transmutation. This is what Archangel Zachiel and his team are doing for you. Okay, they're literally transmuting energies. You have other ancestral, it's like everyone who's coming here, I want to let you know we're so intertwined. Our ancestries are intertwined. And it's like, as I'm doing this, what I'm getting is we're undoing the knots that kept us held. We're doing the knots, we're taking the steps, and it's like spirit is going out of their way to let you know to be one with the shift, to integrate the energies, to keep walking the path, to listen to your intuition, to follow the guidance as it comes in. And it's going to come in oracle. So I'm happy you're here. It's going to come in. You may have other oracle that you follow. It's going to come in, in the car. Look at me. I get guided by license plates. We all get guided in different ways. Okay. And that's because this magic is coming here to this planet. This is where we're at. All right, so let's really what are we talking about here? All right, those are just whispers. We're talking about the shift that allows you to bring balance into your structure. I've been having a hard time. I'm trying. Yeah, I know, my dear. Okay, for those of you that are really having a hard time, and look at this. I'm saying five, five. There's five of you here, five likes. I've got a five, and it's holding at 1 minute, 14 seconds, 16. So one with the shift, be aligned to the structure and be one with the integration. A lot of you are going through this process, and it's like like these are little like mermaid tails. Okay, is what I'm seeing here. I'm feeling this shift. There's a shift at hand for you. Of course, that's what five means to me. It's the shift. Okay. And I really want you to look at these energies on the outside. Excuse me. Do you see these energies? How can we be heart centered? How can we allow ourselves to see through, to see through, to get to the center, to understand that some of this mermaid, some of this diving down is just energies that, in some ways create this structure where we kind of feel more lost. But look at this is like something that we're bypassing. Okay. This is these energies, the energy of the siren, the cleansing of the waters. All right. So I want you to keep in mind as you're doing your work what some of you are not aware of and why there's so much talk about this integration is because, and this alchemy is because you have ancestral workers. Many of us are related. You can ask, are we ancestors? You and I, are we ancestors? Because I can tell you, I've been doing a lot of sacred work in our ancestry, just like you are. Okay. I'm also a lucky girl that does a lot of sacred work in my husband's ancestry. And that's a sacred contract between us. And so many of us are related in that way. Okay. And I'm not saying I'm the end all of everything. No, but I am saying that these attunements, what do you think these attunements, who do you think that they were for? Yes, they're for myself, my family, but also for Mother Earth. Okay. We're all interconnected. And whatever your work is and whatever you do is going to do the same thing. I want you to think of the collective wound as this huge, gigantic, dense energy. And it's like as we undo those knots, we all pull a strand off and we weaken the energy and we weaken it and we weaken it. And this is what we're doing. Why? Because on this new earth, my friends, the angels and the guides and spirit is going out of their way to watch this alchemy at hand. Why? Because we're not allowing that on the new earth. We're not allowing how we separated from ourselves. I want you to think of war, and I want you to think of all the things that really hurt our souls and hurt humanity are all about separation and judgment. And it's like, that's not allowed on the new earth. We're bypassing that. We're stepping into the eighth dimension where we shed that shadow self. Why? Because we've learned everything. And so, what a lot of you are experiencing right now, okay, Danana, I hope I'm saying that right, is like we're purging. You guys are, many of you are purging. That's why you're feeling really like a lot of you are feeling sick, exhausted. And it's like, in a lot of ways, you're being called to rest and really just nourish yourself. Know that spirit, look at spirit is the angels, the archangels want to teach you. These zeros, this is spirit going out of its way to bring you on mission and collaboration. Spirit is going out of its way to create this structure. Yes. Okay. So I love it. Okay. Don't lose faith. Aquamarine is all about aquamarine. It pairs with is it rosemary? I'm forgetting what it pairs with right now. That's okay. But aquamarine is all about emotional mastery. So many of us are more. It's our energetic fields and this cleansing and this need to cleanse and all this because you're so sensitive. You pick up on these energies, right? And It's really like, in a way, we've got some things stuck in our emotional body, some things stuck in our mental body, and it keeps us kind of disconnected. And, I'm just going to say it, but a lot of it is ancestral curses. A lot of it is the use of magic in ways that were not of the highest good. So, again, we're undoing these knots. We're coming into collaboration so that we can free ourselves. I'm hearing I'm hearing George Michael as I'm holding this card. Freedom, I'll get you down. And that song, Freedom, I remember very specifically. I'm going to date myself. I was in college. I remember having the CD player with the headphones on, and I'm singing this song and I'm making up the words. They were so wrong. Okay. So I do that all the time. And I was here and I was singing, and I love that song and I love that video. But that song, Freedom by George Michael, listen to the words. It was all about him freeing himself as a gay man from this. I mean, he literally was pushed to become a heartthrob. He was being inauthentic. Okay. He was pushed into this inauthentic stature because that's what he needed to make it. No, my friends. The moment he really loosened the ties and freed himself and allowed him to stand in his own voice, to stand in who he is, was the moment that made him. And this is the legacy that he leaves behind. So you can go and listen to that song and you can feel that for yourself, because the words are so, oh my gosh, the real words are really special. Okay, when you take that in. All right. So we've got all this shifting going on to bring us into balance, okay? To really kind of cleanse that mer kingdom, okay? That eighth chakra, which is the well of dreams, is what I talk about, the mer kingdom. And this is why we haven't traversed past this, is because there's a lot of dark energies held in those waters that are just like a waterfall. I imagine the well of dreams like a waterfall, and it just washes over our energetic field, right? And so it's not that you are bad. It's not that you are looping. It's not that you're doing things wrong. It's just you're following the steps to cleanse those waters. Okay. Because you're such an ancient soul that most likely, I know I was the siren. Most likely you did things you're really not proud of. Okay. And this is what led to that, the need to have that sacred heart healing. So if you're really going through it, I want you to go to my website, angelinsight.com. I have a few offerings there. Check out the sacred heart healing. See if it's for you. If you have any questions, let me know, because it has really made a change for a lot of people. Okay. All right. So let's take a look at these lower chakras. We've got Papagoit. Okay. And we're going backwards. So this is really talking about your solar plexus. Okay. And this is talking about being one in your magic. This is really talking about you being the star of the show, stepping into your wings, really getting that flight. This is kind of that golden eagle, really seeing things from a different perspective. Now, Papagoit is I use in the Cambaran, and it's all about, it pairs with blue poppy. Now, yesterday I just did a meditation. You can find it in the folders, the attunement series. I just did a meditation of garnet and of poppy. So I really feel that that could benefit, because I'm feeling paralleled energies here with that. This is more about the blue poppy. This is more about the energies of ice. Okay. So it's like the red poppy and the garnet is kind of like fire, right? It's this fire, all right? And this burn that you've been going through, okay? This burning away. And the poppies are the first to come back, and they in themselves carry the spiral. So I encourage you to check that out. This is about the blue poppy. And the blue poppy is unique, is it grows only in the Himalayas at really low temperatures. Okay. It has the same expression, but this is really talking about stepping into that power, coming up and elevating, stepping into those wings, elevating and having this unconditional love for yourself. And this is what affects your throat chakra. So that stepping into your power, stepping into your angelic memory blueprint is going to allow this beautiful blue poppy, this expression, this opening of this throat chakra. Okay. And this is what many of you are actually experiencing. This is a shift that's actually happening for you right now. And what does this look like at the center? It kind of looks like an evil eye. So, in a lot of ways, what we're saying is like you've got a lot of transformation. I actually see, like, I literally see this face here, and it feels like this fox. Okay, it's like grounding in. It's like a fox. It's like a bear. It's like a pig. It's like look at it's like lots of different energies here. But what I see is it's traversing into this chalice and it's leaning into this energy. Do you see there's like this energy vortex here? And this is what the poppies have. They have this energy vortex at the forefront. Okay. Gosh, I'm seeing all kinds of stuff down here. I'm kind of getting like this gnome. I'm getting like a gnome. Look at I'm seeing these angelic frequencies surrounding you. So it's like you're going through this transformation. How can you be at one with the magic? How can you be at one with your expression, your authenticity? Okay. And watching those triggers, okay? Watching those triggers because it's like, how can I be one with the magic, one with my authenticity? But then the flip, the 71, is how can I be authentic with the one? So, how can we allow ourselves to see the reflection in others and not take it personally? Really stand in our power and not give it away because of judgments, because of how we may feel we're perceived. Because some of these perceptions, my friends, are based on the memory of things that are as real, illusionary. Okay. And it's like if you can get lost in just the memory. Okay, so it's like in a lot of ways we're healing that. That's part of the emotions. That's part of that mental and emotional um, tapestry that we're creating, undoing those knots, freeing ourselves from those emotions, freeing ourselves from those mental associations so that we can wrap our brain around things, so that we can be more heart centered, so that we can have more conviction. Okay. So beautiful. So that we can have a structure of balance. So that we can. I literally told you guys this is Larimar. Larimar actually pairs with poplar tree. This is another part of the Cambaran, which is all about your masculine energy. And look at there's that goat energy. Do you see it? I mean, I cannot unsee it. It's like kind of like the Grinch, kind of like this goat energy, okay? And it's like, yes, continue the climb, but don't make it everything, okay? Don't be so hyper focused that you miss the expansion. It's like, yes, as you climb up, make sure that we're taking our make sure that we're coming off the steps and looking around. Take a look at the view. Take a look at the view. Look at how far you've come. Yeah, you're getting that Grinch there. Yeah. See the expansion. How can we expand? What do they say? The Grinch, his heart grew 4 times that one day when he allowed himself to see a different perspective. Okay. This is really talking as we're working our way down. What we're talking about here is our sacral chakra. We're talking about who we are, our divine feminine. Okay. And it's like, as we get this structure of abundance, this turns into a 12, okay, which then turns into a 3. So it's all about bringing balance to that sacral chakra. especially for those of you, because remember I said you're ascended Lemurians, and Lemuria really comes in on that sacral chakra. You are divine teachers, and this is why, like, you just have this push. I know you feel it. You push yourself. You just know that instinctively, you've always known, actually, even more when you were a child. It's like as you've become adults, it's gotten harder. You've always known that you were made to make an impact, and what weighs on your heart and what weighs you down and keeps you out of balance is you don't feel you're on track, and what you don't know is you're exactly where you're meant to be. You're exactly where you're meant to be. Okay? And this poplar tree is this Larimar and poplar tree. It's pretty interesting because I can tell you that poplar tree, this is coming up with purpose. Poplar tree is one of one of many things that we're unaware of that they have created. They are able to create imitation poplar trees. Okay, they're able to create different parts, and it's like, but it's not authentic. And this is what's really ringing true here, is that this is why you've gone through all these different things, is because it comes in steadily. And I don't promote, this is not fear based or anything, but it's like you kind of know you've been hunted. You feel these energies and it doesn't make sense to you, but you really understand on a deep level that these energies kind of come in to distract you, just like it did the Grinch. Think about the Grinch. He was in his lair and he just like, I can see Jim Carrey. I love that movie. It's a great time to watch it. Watch it with your kids, watch it with your grandkids, and really see like what comes, because the Grinch, he awakens to something. Okay, and this is what's really coming through for you. He lived in those mountains. I mean, talk about an old goat, right? And it's like he really had to be pushed. He really had to be pushed. He really took steps in the wrong direction, but then he learned about that. Okay, so not having judgment for ourselves. All right, so let's see. Throat chakra, higher heart chakra. We've got the solar plexus. We've got the sacral chakra coming in now. Look at this structure. Okay, it's pairing with this throat chakra. I love this. So we've got Archangel. We've got Melchizedek teaching us a little bit more about this throat chakra, and then we've got smoky quartz. Now, smoky quartz pairs with hawthorn. Okay, and hawthorn, if you look up any stories of hawthorn, it's always it's got like these needles. It's like this protection. Okay, and what I like to say, more preservation. It's like preserves your energy. It allows you to see the smoke and mirrors. Okay, it's got this shift to it. You can see this vibration on this mandala, and really what the shift is about the mask that we wear in that feminine, that dark feminine energy. Okay, and this is really kind of highlighting the structure that spirit's coming in. There's a shift going on, and this is in the root chakra. Okay, so we have a huge shift happening in the root chakra, and this is what's really kind of stimulating all this action. And I'm actually feeling with that coordination, I think it's important to understand the connection, because in the root chakra is this, and I get this all the time, and I love it, is the root chakra and the throat chakra in themselves are red and blue. Okay, there's this fire and ice there. And look at this. You see how I'm doing this? It's like there's this battle back and forth. And it's like the root chakra is all about feeling safe and connected. The throat chakra is really sharing your truth. And it's like they go in tandem. Okay. And the structure that spirit's bringing you in is to bring them in collaboration, to bring them into collaboration, to bring them into balance so that they can communicate. Okay. This is the shift that's in hand. This is the shift that's its hand. And I love it. I'm just going to share it because right below is the turquoise, the Heinz 57, the shift into your magic. And we're talking about the legacy of your magic. Okay. So beautiful. So beautiful. Another attunement, if you feel led, turquoise and straggler daisy. It's very much very shamanic. It's a shamanic, Indian, ancestral. And so if you feel guided, this can assist you to really kind of step into your special sauce. But remember, that's what we're talking about at this time, this activation between that heart chakra and that throat chakra. And it has everything to do with your environment. And a lot of times people are like, just focus on this. It's what I'm trying to really teach you is that this heart chakra communicates to the higher heart. It communicates to the throat. It communicates to the pineal. It communicates to the third eye. It communicates. You have so much communication. This is the layers of your aura. And it's like when you get traffic backed up, this is when you start to kind of blow out your energy. And the further and further you blow out your energy, the more and more confused and the more and more blocked you feel. Okay. And that's how sensitive you are. And your energy is so big. So then you just start to gather more and more and more and more energies. Okay. And the communication can be difficult. And so that's why we're talking about this smoke and mirrors. Okay. I want to go out of our way. I feel like it's important. I want to take the last card, but I feel it's important to talk about this structure. I really do. Because it really is kind of the foundation of this oracle. Okay. So the last card, it's so beautiful. I've got goosebumps because this is the Earth Star chakra. It's like you have been planted exactly where you're meant to be. It's all about balance and claiming your abundance so that you can align. This is an 11, which is all about alignment. Okay. So I feel that collaboration, the difference between 38 and the root chakra is 2. We're talking about collaboration. Now, I spoke about this recently, but I'm feeling the need to pull it down. There's this sign I found, and it says collaborate. It builds a bridge, okay? And it says, meeting people halfway is the most significant trip we can take. We don't work for each other. We work with each other. With. And this is what I was trying to say. The healing journey, a lot of people are like, oh, you have everything to heal yourself. Yes, but you're meant to collaborate and work with others. They have people, have you ever noticed you get activated by certain people that you start to have these activations, these different insights, okay? And that's what true collaboration is all about. All right. We are put here together for purpose, my friends. I want to dive into this energy before we get off today. I hope that you've enjoyed this oracle. When you find this oracle, it is divinely timed to help you work through these emotions. A lot of you are feeling it. I know you are. So I want to dive into Michelle's deck a little bit more. We did share information, his little like hint, but I think it's going to have a little more purpose to read a little bit more about him. Okay. Because this is spirit really coming in to align you to this structure which fuels your ascension. So Michel Zedek is the universal logos. Unlike the president of the universe, he represents the overlighting consciousness of our cosmos. And so he's a little bit like a grandfather of the archangels. He's the keeper of the ascension pathway. He acts as a bridge between heaven and earth, who helps us find enlightenment. He governs the universal golden ray, the silver violet flame of self transformation. Beautiful. Sacred geometry, the 7 rays, cosmic rays of creation, which are all contained within the highest diamond light spectrum. Can we just say the seraphim Okay, let's just say it. My first encounter, and this is from the author of this oracle. My first encounter with Melchizedek was on an ordinary day as I was traveling to work by bus. And as I was tired, I had my eyes closed. I began to meditate using a process I had taught myself to do. I started breathing in white light, consciously drawing love into the heart, and then sending love out from my heart to everyone and everything around me. I felt a sudden fizzing and tingling sensation as love rushed through me, similar to my experience I shared with Metatron. I met an enormous being with a long white beard of cloud and the grandfather quality. His feet were on the earth, but the planets orbited his head. His aura was the colors of the rainbow. Outlined in sparkling gold and silver violet light, I asked his name, and a booming voice replied, I am Melchizedek. I'm really proud of myself that I learned how to say this correctly. I asked if he had a message for me, and his voice boomed two words: spiritual alchemy. I don't know what it meant at the time, but it sent me on a path to pursue the wisdom of my highest truth. If you have drawn this card, you are indeed an ancient soul who was chosen to return to Earth to assist in this great awakening for humanity. To truly embody one's highest truth and light takes courage and strength. When you step into this role, you become aware that you have a responsibility not just for yourself, but for all life. To embody the divine in human form is the highest level of spiritual attainment we can reach here while we're on earth. As a Melchizedek soul, as a Melchizedek soul, your task is to heal and to integrate all of your timelines within this current lifetime and to become one with your God self. I have been feeling this, and this is that legacy. And if we think about the legacy that the gods left behind, oh boy, that's a whole nother oracle. The legacy of what the gods left behind and the confusion of the stories of the gods, what I see is the legacy of gods being awakened literally within each of us because we were created in God's image. And that means when you understand the power of the all, when you see the perspective, when you take in the animal wisdom and the wisdom of the crystals and the wisdom of the plants, and you really have this expansion and you allow yourself to attune. And this is what this channel is all about. Okay. When you allow yourself to attune to that wisdom, it's miraculous because we are all here with purpose. And many of us humans think that we're here to do whatever the hell we want in any way that we can do it. And I say to you, we're the ones that are behind. The animals are waiting for us. The plants are waiting for us. The crystals are waiting for us. The angels are waiting for us. Everyone is waiting for us. For us to do what? To collaborate with their energies to build the bridge to that new earth, to see beyond the limitations that we have now that create separation, that create the structure of judgment, that keep us where? 100% away from what we desire. And this is what's hard on many of you. And this is why we're really going out of our way to talk about this structure that is coming in. Because you, my friend, have these fragments of archangel. It's like a lot of people talk about fragments of yourself, okay? But there's other fragments. It's like once your soul is whole, now there's evolution. And this is the mastery of the archangels and of the ascended master path is that you step into that individuality. Once you understand the purpose of the all, now you can walk the path of individuality. And that's almost like a superhero quality. And what it does is it holds and it defines the new tapestry. That's why we're undoing these knots so that we can create a new braid, so that we can create a new structure, a structure of bringing heaven to earth. And so, as we've been talking about, I want to take a moment to talk about this smoky quartz. I want to include this author, but I also want to take you into, I'm going to pull the attunement here. So just be a little patient. We're almost done. I hope you're enjoying this. I hope you're learning. Smoky quartz. Smoky quartz is a master crystal helping us to ground inner experiences into a workable reality. It reminds us to make proper use of our foundation and personality. If we are out of sync with the requirements of the earth plane, this is the stone to meditate with. Smoky quartz carries warm browns and black tones of the earth so that we can open to learn from this master crystal. If you have a desire to manifest a dream into reality and it's running against the flow of society or it's ahead of its time, then smoky quartz is the perfect companion. Through this vibrational structure of smoky quartz, we can learn how the game of life works and understand our dream and how it fits into the bigger picture. Okay, now with that being said, I want to share a little bit about smoky quartz as it was shown to me because I really feel it's so important. Okay, so bear with me a second. Here it is, smoky quartz and hawthorn. Okay, so smoky quartz and hawthorn, first of all. Oh, this was part of the moon necklace. Okay, ooh, that's really teaching me so much right now about offering these. So I just shared, but smoky quartz is what it does is it clears life force of discorded patterns, beliefs, energies that are inhibiting the full expression of our inner light in a world of form. It makes one free to express who they are, and knowing the world supports them. Right away, I heard these were channeled benefits that it assists with siren energy that allows for the emotional mastery. I was getting siren energy is this mermaid energy and also this bull energy. Okay, so it's this fight between this volatility. There's this volatility quality, and we're being taken back to the legacy of Mr. Potato Head and why. Way to go, Idaho! The perfect climate and the perfect soil is this volcanic soil. And the volcanic is what? It's all about that volatility. Okay? In a lot of ways, I've been shown that volcanoes, the action of volcano, the angels have shown me, is really Mother Earth pushing out energies that don't work for her. Okay? And as happens for once, happens for all. The root word of hawthorn, smoky quartz pairs with hawthorn. And this goes in every when we do this with you, it goes in every chakra except for the well of dreams, the pineal gland, and third eye. So what that means is it expands your grounding, it expands your connection, expands your spark, your confidence, your heart-centeredness, your unconditional love, your authenticity. It accentuates your focus. It accentuates your communication to source. Okay, so that's why it's a master crystal. Hawthorn is what pairs with it, and hawthorn's root word is in Greek is strength. It literally gives a spiral. It's said to be used. Hawthorn is said to have been used as the crown of thorns for Jesus, and it is said to heal broken hearts. And that's because that's the wound. I want you to think about it. When we take the focus off the wound, the thorns, okay, the energies that are not for us, okay, the energies that keep us separated from who we are. It is said that it can be used in the stakes that kill vampires. Okay, it's associated with the fairies. It's associated with thunderbolts. And this is what I was getting in yesterday's reading with that T-birds. And if you do the garnet and the poppy, you'll see um, thunderbolts, lightning, and it represents hope. It represents hope, an undoing of the knots, of the structure, of the obstacles, of the things that you've had to traverse. And it's this rich brown. And the rich brown is a coming together of what? It's the coming together of the solar plexus and the sacral chakra, okay? Which is really a coming together of a structure of your masculine energies being in balance, working together in synergy. And I take you back to the channeled message, way to go, Idaho. I immediately was taken to Mr. Potato Head in Toy Story, and I heard Mrs. Potato Head say, I'm going to pack your angry eyes. So this is a coming together within you to affect all around you. And the legacy that's left behind of your magic as you continue to evolve and step into your evolution step by step. In this lifetime, my friends, you are going through a lot and you're going to continue to. And that's why your archangels are coming here. They want to teach you. So connect with your archangels. Keep coming back to this channel as guided, because that's what we talk about here. Okay? I'm so excited to have you. Hey, girl! I just noticed you came on. So let's see. We've got a wow from Maria. Danana's like, absolutely. Cha-ching. And then Elisa's here. I just watched the Poppy and Garnet meditation. Wow. Thanks. I know. It was powerful. It was super powerful. I'm so happy you got so much from that. So, okay, you guys, so this is what's going on. Of course, I want to send you to angelinsight.net. Okay, it's in the description box here to see the current offering. Some of you could really benefit from that Sacred Heart healing. Some of you could benefit for participating in the Rosary class that starts on December 6th. It's a 9-week class, and we literally go through 33 attunements, so including the Garnet and Poppy. Okay, and soon, Elisa, you will have the opportunity to be the first to participate in the Cambaran, which is for the Divine Masculine. That won't be offered until everybody else until the new year, but that structure is coming. And once you preserve that masculine energy and that feminine energy, I have to tell you, years, lifetimes of healing will be removed. And that is the miraculous energy that you're aligning to. So believe in who you are, believe in where you're going, and more than anything, trust your insights, my friends. I'll see you on the flip. It's been really great hanging out with you, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Okay? New animal wisdom coming soon. So that's what I'm sure I'll be back up with in a few days. Enjoy yourself. Take care. Really nurse these throats. Okay? Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. If you want to know when I'm going live, you can be notified. I try to post them as I can. You are so welcome. Danana, are you new here? Did you just find us? I'd like to know because I haven't seen you post before. Or maybe you've come in before, but this is your first time posting. I'd like to know. I like to know what's going on. I like to get the feedback too, because just like you guys, I literally am it's not that I'm better than anyone, but I do feel like I'm a step in front of some. And that's why I'm so passionate about bringing this guidance, because I really wish someone would have guided me. I mean, the angels have guided me. Brand new. Yeah. Well, girl, you're part of us. You're part of us. I have goosebumps. Okay. I'm so happy because every time I do Oracle, I literally set the intention. Angels of the highest light, bring all who need these messages to this message. And I literally set that intention. So to see it come is like, oh, was so emotional during this. Oh, I love that. And Demanna, I want to tell you, and many of you that already come here, you know that we literally are, my soul is naturally a transmuter. And so we are doing a healing just by being here. Every time you come to Oracle, I have a sacred space. I do work with all archangels. And, we will be transmuting some of those emotions for you, my love. So keep coming back. You found a group that knows how you feel. Okay? All right, y'all. Thank you so much. I'm going to say adieu. We will talk to you all very soon. Be strong, be confident, and be you, because it's the only person you really know how to be. All right? We'll see you soon.